Hello, this is Bridget Rau with Divine Essentials. Alright guys, Spirit has been up my arse to do a reading. I tried to do shorter readings and I feel like those messages aren't cutting it right now for some reason. Like I'm really being pushed and urged. However, I also did that activation the other night with my whole community in mind. So if you are part of my subscribers, you're here, you like my videos, you see this, you're part of my community. It was for protection and prosperity and to release any blocks that were surrounding that, okay? And I specifically said in there I needed help to clear anything away because of my inability to like do more than one thing at a time or to like focus on one thing at a time. I had a really hard time with that recently, and so I put that out there. And then last night, like 24 hours after the whole thing's over, I was batching up so much content, and I did get guided to do readings, and I did a bunch of like, you know, short ones to put onto Instagram and TikTok, but I feel like they want me to do a bigger one. And I did other things. I did videos for the Divine Essentials channel and the other channel, and then today Rick, who is a part of the Patreon tier that gets access to all the activations and all the readings and all of that stuff, he watched it and he's like, I felt so much better for the past 2 days. I have more energy. I'm getting things done. And I was like, oh yeah, me too. And I told him how I batch content. He's like, I recorded 4 videos last night. I don't think I've ever done that before. So he batched content too, because he creates music videos on TikTok where he plays the guitar and sings. And I feel like what I asked for, specifically, was worked on. And last night Monika brought me a candle, so I did another candle. I did the full blue moon ritual, which is available to everybody. Anybody can go watch it. It's alive on the Divine Essentials channel. You can go watch it. And we cleared out blocks with that full blue moon energy. Any blocks surrounding like what we're trying to do in our lives. But then the next night I did the activation for my Patreon, which is actually available on Etsy too. So if you want to just purchase the activation, $777 on my Etsy shop. But if you join Patreon, you'll get all the future ones and all the ones that are in there already. I launched that on 8/8. I forget what I was saying now. But oh yeah, so I did that. And then last night, Monika brought me a little tea light, which I'm pretty sure was for protection. There was 4 of them in the bag. He put out a specific one. There was 2 pink and 2 green. And the green one looks like it has rosemary in it. And I had put rosemary on the candle that we used for the protection prosperity activation that I'm talking about. So I feel like not only am I being guided to give a reading, I'm being guided to remind people to protect themselves and do ritual so that good things can continue to happen, because sometimes that's all we need to raise our vibration or to shift the current timeline, is to just do something differently. Like yesterday, I took a shower, did tons of salt. After that, I did the white sage, like the this right here. It's incense, but it's white sage incense. Look, it's like, it's even like, it had a glow when I put it up here. I saw a glow the first time I had it up there. I was glowing last night after I did that stuff, and that's when he brought me that candle, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna do it. And right now I'm listening and doing it 333. So let's just see what the collective messages are right now for you. Oh goodness, we got the Queen of Swords, the 8 of Cups, and the 7 of Wands. I know empaths struggle with this. I know it's hard, but when you put up healthier boundaries and you walk away from the bullshit and you stop trying to fix everyone else's mess or stop trying to do certain things that cause a mess in your own life, and you have those boundaries, look at this, boundaries, things are going to start moving quickly and swiftly. And that can be energetic boundaries too. So that may be why I'm being pulled to talk to you right now. I swear I'm not here just to be like, oh, go buy that. Like, you don't need to go buy that. I already put you in that intention. I already put you here in this unknowing, right? Like giving you that confirmation or that awareness. So you can do these things, right? Like you don't need other people to hold your hand. I feel like this is a message for people who needed just confirmation that they're doing the right thing, you know, and people are seeing you do the right thing, and it's going to rise you up into the star energy where your wishes come true. And then I have the Hierophant and the High Priestess here, as the deck is split. This is High Priestess, High Priest energy. This came through last night. This is like you uniting your inner feminine and inner masculine, your divine aspects of self, and listening to your intuition, listening to logical reasoning, doing the inner work, embracing the light and embracing the darkness and doing what needs to be done to get to your justice. All right, so you may have been through some tower moments, you may have been through some difficulties, you could have gone into depression, or you could still even be feeling depressed or lost or lonely, or like I'm missing out on something. And you are going to miss out on something if you don't feel inspired and ignite things in your life and start taking action. You know what I mean? Like sitting around in this energy is just going to create more of that energy. But if you follow your passion and your desire and your drive, and you make that decision to get up and chase after what makes you feel fiery and passionate inside, and you do the work that's required, you will come to a Four of Wands with a better foundation. And you've got the King and Queen of Wands here, so you'll meet your match, you know, or you'll be ignited on that inner level too. And when you're on that inner level, when you're a balance of your feminine and masculine, and you're in alignment in those ways, within union, within yourself, you will see it on the outside. 555. Things will change on the outside. So if you've been 5 of cup and feeling all sad and lost, it's time to change. Yeah, because that's how you get to your 10 of Pentacles, which is your ultimate fulfillment. But it takes a judgment call. It takes you realizing and recognizing. So what is the blocks for you? All right, so with the universe, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Wands. I feel like some people have ego blocks. Some people aren't willing to recognize that, like, they're their own biggest enemy, right? Even if people are hexing us or cursing us, and it doesn't take them sitting down and doing magical spells. Literally, like, we can hex ourselves, we can hex others, others can hex us through jealousy, through resentment, through unprocessed trauma, through hate, through feeling like guilt or grief or rejection. All of those things can really mess you up, and what you're putting out into the universe from that, like, anxious, sleepless place is what you're going to receive back. So you're actually blocking your own blessings by holding on to that. And I don't mean like you just forgive and forget. We forgive, we realize, we embody better boundaries, we rise up as the magician. We take what's around us and we transmute it with the judgment call that is going to help support us to do that. I feel like, yeah, everything that's coming to you right now is your creation. You know, people may mess with your creation, but you dictate how that happens and how long it lasts. Okay, so beat to your own drum, listen to the rhythm of your soul. Don't let people, because then they're winning, right? If you're miserable and you're sad and everything's down and blah, 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 because of that type of energy, then they're winning. So you need to take your power back, and an emotional cleansing current of love is flowing through you at this time. So you are shifting your frequency, and I feel like it's more so surrounded on self-love. You are a starseed. You are here to awaken and shift the collective consciousness on the planet. You are a star child. And with the fairies, let's see what the fairies want to tell you at this time. I've been seeing a lot of fae energy, getting a lot of pixie messages, like randomly in different places. I hear pixie, pixie, pixie. So I feel like the pixies could be around for you. That could be like a confirmation on 818. So hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. What did I say? What did I fucking know? I don't need the cards. I don't need the cards. They just give me the cards to back me up. Alright. Motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. That's what I've been doing for the past 48 hours now, is getting busy doing the things that I knew I needed to do or feel guided to do. What, like the last few weeks before, I was just like in bed, miserable, sad, like sleeping, just tired, not being able to get up. My motivation was down. So we're at a new beginning. The fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. So keep them safe, keep them protected. Protection. I feel like again, I mentioned the protection, prosperity thing. I mentioned things that I do, like burning stuff, Florida water, incense, candles. All of that can help you to protect yourself. And also be mindful of what you share. You know, only let so much be shown prior to it, like having that stable foundation so that it can't get too shaken up. So the fairies, and you can't let that become a thing either of like, I'm never going to do it because I'm never ready. don't let yourself do that either. Sometimes you have to put stuff out there and take the risk of failing. And if you never do it, then you've already failed, right? So just do things. And then the fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. Okay, 10-10. So again, before I even started tonight, right, I was burning this. I had white sage going earlier. I have a simmer pot down in the kitchen with cinnamon and thieves oil. Like I said, I took the salt shower. I did the rituals and burning the candles. These are things that I feel like need to be amped up at this time to keep you safe in a high vibe, and just even change the energy of the atmosphere, and open the windows when you do the sage and things so that whatever is around can exit. I've been seeing heightened things with like demons being present inside of individuals. So even the people who are mean to you, who are jealous of you, who hate you or do whatever, those are spirits within them. The spirit of jealousy, the spirit of hate, the spirit of, all of that stuff is within people, and it's the person that's going to determine how big that spirit gets or how strong that spirit gets. I made a video last night on Divine Essentials channel where there's 2 individuals, 1111, who I feel let the spirits of not so good stuff take over, and both of them babies, and both of them were laughing and smiling and doing weird ass shit that was like, okay. And when I look at them, I can see the demon. Like, I can see it within them. And it's fleeting. It's fleeting. But I feel like those are the spiritual eyes. You're going to start seeing that more. You're going to start noticing. You're overcoming and growing. You may need to work with jewelry too, or even create jewelry. Make your own jewelry, or, utilize the protections and things that are available. And do it intuitively. And don't, again, because like the spirit of doubt can come into you, and that's going to mess you up spiritually. So like when I put on a certain ring, if I have the spirit of doubt come in where I'm like, did I put it on the wrong finger, or maybe I should use this other one? Like I start feeling like maybe my bad luck is associated with it because it started around the time that I started wearing this, like if we do that, we create that. So we don't want to do that. And if you feel like that, then don't entertain it. Take it off. There's intuitively, what you need to wear and what you don't need to wear. So if something feels off, maybe don't wear anything at all in that moment, or trust what your gut's telling you to wear for your crystals or your jewelry. Even like earrings. I started seeing a whole bunch of synchronicity too with earrings. It was crazy. I saw these because I had moved my bed, and they were like in the little cubby over there on this thing that holds all the different earrings. And I was like, oh, I should wear those because 8/8 was coming up. And then I go on to Instagram, an Instagram video dude was talking about how the ancient Egyptian, the high priestesses and all of that would wear earrings because it connects to their crown and it opens them up, and it opens a third eye and it helps them to see. And I was like, okay. And then the next day on TikTok, there was a guy who was live, and he was just mentioning that exact same thing. And I was like, what are the chances, right? So I had already put them on before the next day, but yeah, and I've been having them on, and I feel like those have been helping too, which it's the intention, it's the energy. It was like, I'm doing this for this intention. This is going to help me. So start listening to your intuition. Make everything a ritual around you and make it better, give it a new story. Change your story, change your life. What is the story that you're telling yourself right now? You got to change it. And honor your power. It's going to give you clarity and confidence to do what you need to do. Potion Maker said, herbs and oils, spices boiled, a witch at heart, an easy start. You may be like I am. I'm having a lot of confirmation burps. You may be like I am, where making candles or making sprays or making roll-ons and things like that, it just naturally comes to you. I've been making a lot of different things. I have new recipes coming. I have a whole new frequency line coming. I'm very excited about. But yeah, like you may be somebody that's going to benefit from just trusting. Like I got a whole bunch of stuff recently from somebody that gifted it to me with the rosemary and all different herbs and all different candles. Like this stuff was in there. There's so many things. So like it inspired me again, and I've been using it and creating different things. I created a couple of candles for the subconscious, just a whole bunch of stuff. So you could probably do that too, even if it's just individually, or maybe explore it. Is that something that's going to help you to embrace your free spirit? But you are here to enjoy life and love freely. It shouldn't be like a miserable situation. And there are loved ones on the other side for you. It's so weird. I keep feeling like I need to make a mediumship deck to deliver messages from the other side, because I don't have any specific to that. So I don't know. And then we have the Akashic Records. So I feel like there's messages in the Akashic Records people need to know. Again, I'm having multitudes of ideas right now while just even reading this. I really feel like energies are shifting right now, but if you want to have those multitudes of ideas, if you want to clear the blocks to your intuition, if you want to know and feel ready and inspired to do what you got to do, start doing some rituals and cleansing. Take a shower with intention, like charge up that shower head before you get in there. Allow it to wash away the residue. Wear jewelry with intention. Do all the things that we've mentioned. Intentioned. Nature's signs. It says, be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need only open our hearts and minds. So today, I found the toad. And I've been seeing them a lot because the dogs are always trying to get them. But there's little baby toads. Today I saved one and moved it. And the message with the toad is you're about to hit success, but action needs to be taken. Right? So we need to take action. We can't sit around and be like, okay, just think it into existence. You've actually got to take action too with that so that things can happen and life energy can be shifted and grown. The happy fairy of sunshine brings lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light and to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. So like I said, doing the shadow work is very helpful for you to overcome things. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. And so keep that in mind. That's why, like, when I did the ritual the other night, I was like, I want everybody in my community to be within the intention, but, like, I also have it available for people to go further, because within it, I did a bunch of card messages, and I showed you the whole process, I talked to you, and it's like 30 minutes long. But yeah, if you don't know where to begin with protection or doing your own protection ritual, you can watch that and have an idea of something you can do at your home. And again, it's all intuitive, but yeah, whatever's been lost is going to be found. We have what was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never realized were lost, right? Sometimes we don't realize, like, how much of ourselves we let go, or how much of ourselves has been taken over by the shadow or the darkness. Again, those spirits, those demons, they're all around us. This is a dualistic place, but we are the ones that go towards the temptation or deny the temptation and rise away from it. So are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? The fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever it's, guys. So whatever that is, it could be like being obsessed about something, or not doing something because you feel like inadequate about it, or doing something to numb yourself. Whatever the temptation is in your life that makes you feel guilty for going into or succumbing to, that's a sign to stop. And that there is always hope all around you. Things can get better. I'm going to see what you need to surrender. Surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. So surrender the idea that you can't heal or that there's something wrong with you, and surrender to the complete healing that is available to you. And then we have the spiritual as F deck here, which is kind of funny. It's like, it says the things that you would like to say, but, you know, with more tact usually attached to it. It's an unfiltered me. So what do we got? Look at the fucking moon. Just look at that thing. It's lovely as F, right? You're welcome. Okay, so again, I think it's basically a message of just keeping it simple, but that moon, it has been very powerful, and it is still, like, it's still harnessable. You know, the energies are always available to us. Energy isn't ever destroyed, it just transmutes. So ride the waves of the energy that are available to you right now. Take time outside, look at the moon. You may have been a witch and a warlock in a past life, and that could be, oh, there's a fucking fly. Just a big-ass motherfucking fly watching me. You're gonna notice things like there could be monitoring spirits, people who, like, because they just don't, you know, those are the things, right? So we're not gonna give them any power. We're gonna clear them away. But if you see things like that, take action. Don't just let it be. do something that you're like, okay, I'm aware of you. You have no power here. Please leave. And if you were murdered in a past life for being a witch or a warlock, you may, you know, hide your gifts. You may hide your light. You may hide what you know. Yeah, look, you were hung or burnt. I mean, come on. Afraid to be yourself because of the death by mob mentality. And I talked about this recently in a video with the mob mentality bullshit. Okay, like, our world is messed up. If one person comes onto a video and starts being negative, it usually draws a lot of other people because they're just like, you know, sheep. But you're here to overcome that. You have ancient wisdom teachings to teach this world. Even if they come and they're negative, they're still hearing your message for a reason. They were brought there for a reason. Not to be, you know, like, it's just, they would, if they see it, they're planting the seed. But how you respond to how they respond is going to determine the power that they have over you. What are you doing? The fly is so weird. So you also are natural healers, maybe a doctor, nurse, etc. You have a natural instinct to heal with the hands of wisdom, and you have the power to heal yourself too. You are a warrior. You're always fighting the battle for the good fight. So hopefully this serves you. Thank you very much. I'm going to take care of the fly. In Mune Namaste.